Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the next installment of the must get items. This time it is for Lucky Day, and we are beginning at Join Rainbow. So over on the right hand side of the map, you have got monochrome, and if you really want it, you can get the Sword of Rainbows, and there are also 3 staffs that you can get from the Arc Blaster to the right hand side. Now, as you're well aware, many of these maps are quite old, so most of the items are pretty old school, which does mean as we start off, a lot of them are for members only. However, if you defeat Lucky Harms, you can actually get the bearded Leprechaun hat. Heading back to the start of the map, there are the sprites, and over here you can see the Destroy Arc quest. You can get yourself a lucky sword, and the OG Leprechaun armor is available from the Pot of Gold quest. Sadly, they don't carry that AC tag, but it's one of those items that I wouldn't mind clogging up a little bit of space. Next up, we're at Join Luck, where we have the Lucky Merge and the Paragon Merge, which we will come on to in just a moment. There's also an AC shop, but we'll look at that later on in the video because I don't want to confuse you with bits you can actually get for Legion tokens, etc. However, beginning in the Lucky Day Shamrock Fair merge shop, there are plenty of items you're able to go through and get by spending your golden tickets, which of course are obtainable through doing many of the mini games that you can find within the Luck map. There's actually quite a large selection of weapons. This is by far the biggest section of the shop, and as you can see, again, many of the items came out years and years ago, hence why some of them are considerably simpler. However, you can get the Evolved Leprechaun class in here for a merge. It does require the completion of some daily quests, so you'll want to get on that one prompto, and it may even at this point have to carry over until next year. There is a 2k AC version, but I wouldn't recommend spending 2k AC unless you really can't be bothered to go along and play the hammer mini game for a bit to get those 2,000 golden tickets. Again, we have a wide selection of helms in here, including some night ones and then the Scrooge McLuck helm, so that one's quite interesting. A nice little animated cape of the rainbows, but as you can see going through this shop, there's not really any AC tag gear in here at all, but there are a large variety of member only items, but that just kind of shows the age of a lot of the stuff that has been put in here. Now, if you talk to Mog O'Reilly, this is where you can work for your Evolved Leprechaun class. As we said earlier, at least one of these quests does have a daily requirement attached to it. Heading through the Smacker Sneevil mini game portal leads you to Smacker Mackay, and in here we have got a merge shop, and this has probably one of the best Lucky Day items, if not the best you're able to get. So dual Lucky Calabogs are available for Legion tokens as well as some Nation gear. However, those do require Mackay tokens and golden tickets, so some of them are not accessible to all players. The Lucky Paragon plate looks awesome and will only set you back 2,000 Legion tokens. The helm and cape is in here as well. And then to top it all off, we have the Lucky Paragon pet. However, it's not a quest pet, so don't expect anything in that way. Okay, join luckdragon for the boss drops, and again, yet another merge shop. There are some gold boosting items here, so if you are a free player, and indeed a very low level player, they could be worth quickly grabbing if you don't have anything already. Guardian Luck has a selection of AC items that will drop. The Imperium Leo is the armor, and then you also get items such as the Ultio Leo, which are the daggers, and then the Fremitus Leo helm, etc. There is also a very nice Lucky Clover Rune cape that you're able to grab, so things that are worth thinking about. One of the shops I always forget exists is the Battle Gems gear one. So this one again is available in the Luck map, and as you can see, there's a load of free player items you're able to get. The axes are all just reskin colours, but there may be something you do particularly fancy. They're really cheap to pick up, and they're all free player. There are also some member owned pets for golden tickets. On the golden ticket front, they are actually quite expensive, some of them, so you may not actually want to go along and grind any of these out, especially as they're not AC tagged, but they could be something that particularly takes your fancy. Okay, let us move on to join a faegrove for the faegrove merge and boss drop. So this one does actually have a faction, believe it or not. According to this, I've somehow got enough rep to be able to buy any of the items that we actually want in here. Again, sadly, no AC tags on any of the gear, but there are a lot of free player items and some quite nice fairy gear if that's the kind of sets you like creating. So it is worth popping along here just in case you fancy getting any of these quickly from the shop. However, there is also a boss monster we're going to talk about, and this is yet another pot of gold. This one is the Rainbow Pot of Gold. As well as some lovely fairy wings, you're able to get the Rainbow Theus set, which I do actually quite like, especially if you're into casual sets. The item in the bottom right is the Grove Dryad on a throne, which is for legends only, but it is a house item that could be worth picking up. Okay, so join Pooka. This one, again, one of those really weird maps. I don't feel like they ever did any major releases other than the Luck map for the Lucky events. However, if you come here, you can get the Sapphire Fairy set. Again, this one is really nice boss drop from Pooka, so it's probably the main thing that's worth picking up. And that then leaves us with the Pot of Gold drops and quest rewards from Join Luck. Other than the Leprechaun Ranger armor and a couple different top hats, there isn't overly much exciting items that the pot of gold drops, but there are platinum coins and rainbow coins. These are quest items used with Potsy McNobbin's quests. That is one heck of a name. Okay, so we'll go through all of them. First of all, we have the platinum coin turn-in. There are some quite nice items, in particular the lucky 2K17 armor and the shamrock sparkles. They're really nice, really cool, will work with most sets. There's also a jester mime if you fancy grabbing that one as well. Next up, if we have a look at the gold turn-in, again you've got the lucky 2K17 beard, and the set kind of continues on. A few staffs in here and a couple hats to go with it. If we move on to the bronze coin, again it's a similar kind of story. You're able to access items such as the lucky rune cape, golden mugs if you want to walk around with some beers. However, for me, the ultimate items are located in the rainbow coin turn-in, because you've got some really nice morphs in here, mainly the Clovercraft. Who doesn't want to fly around as a little leprechaun with a pot of gold on your back? You also get the morph, you get a pet, and yet again you get some minion capes to go with it. And there is a battle pet for members if you do fancy grabbing that. Earlier I promised I would go over the AC shop, so here it is from the luck map yet again. And this one does actually require you to spend some real life money if you're not feeling farming many of the items in here, which does include the lucky Paragon. That is another way you're able to access it, but not the way that I would recommend. Anyway folks, thank you all very much for watching. Please do leave the video a like and of course subscribe, and I'll see you all again for another one incredibly soon. So until then, have a lovely day.